So now let's talk about dealing with GET requests with the Bottle web app framework. So when we're talking about GET values, basically these are values that are going to be sent through the URL itself. If you've gone to Amazon.com or other web applications, you may notice you'll see the domain name, and then after the domain name there'll be a little question mark, and then there'll be some word equals something, and the little and symbol, word equals something, and symbol, so on and so forth. Well, basically what happens is when you go to that URL, the first part is the page on the server, essentially the script on the server that you're going to be going to. Everything after that question mark is actually variable names and values that the script is going to process. So basically GET values are an easy way to be able to send data when you're using web applications. You do not send a secure data this way because it's literally sitting up there in the address bar. You don't do that type of thing. But if you need to send data to a web app, like simple things, like you just needed to know information about a particular state, or what I'm going to be showing you is how to change the background color of a web page using a hyperlink, any kind of data that's not secure, you just need an easy way for your script to be able to process it. You can use GET in order to do that. And so with the Bottle web app framework, it is incredibly easy to do. So here's a little script to show you how to process GET values and then do something with it. So basically we're just going to have this web app page here, and on this web app page we're going to have three links. One link is going to say red, one link is going to say green, one link is going to say yellow. And basically what's going to happen is when you click one of those links, the value is going to be sent back to this page, and then the background color of this page is going to be whatever color it is that you clicked on, right? That's the kind of, low value, non-secure data that you should be sending whenever you're dealing with GET. But if we take a look at this, that's pretty simple. Again, from bottle, import, run as normal, route as normal, GET. So when we did post, if you do post values, you need to do the post function. If you're doing GET, you need to do the GET function, and then request, the same thing as you had with post, because that is what you need in order to get the values out. Then we're going to have both route and GET here. So you can actually stack decorators within bottle. So you can have at post and at route and GET, the whole 9 yards in one little stack if you want to do all of that on the same page. When we did the post example, I sent the information over to an entirely different page in order for it to process. But with this, since basically I want to make the background color change, what we're going to do is we're going to send the value from here literally back to the page itself. The page will process it, and then the background color will change. So it's just one of those things you can do. So at route of root / is root, and at GET / is root. Sorry. Define index, so that's a function, and then color, so that's the color, equals request.query, so it's going to be query.get, and then whatever the value of color is, and I'll show you that down here. We're then going to have the page. Basically, we're creating just a nice small little web page here, so we're not doing a template. 3 double quotation marks, and then we're going to use an F string here because we're going to be embedding color once it's been sent. So H1 as a web app. Body style equals, so we're putting a little CSS in here, background hyphen color equals whatever color value comes in. So the first time you load this, there will be no color value, therefore it should be white. Once we start clicking on things, then you'll get different colors. We have here /. So what this means is this hyperlink is going to go to the route or to the GET of /. The question mark there basically says these are GET values that follow. So the variable name of color equals red, right? So here color, so color comes in. If I click on this, it'll be red. Down here, / question mark color equals green. So that would be green. Color equals yellow, it would be yellow. Then you just put whatever text you want for the hyperlink, and then you close the hyperlink, you put in a couple of breaks just to make it easier to read, and then we are going to return the page. So this is what it looks like on the back end for GET. You click on a hyperlink, you do the question mark, the variable name equals a value, and then up here, request.query.get, the variable name, we pull that out, and then we put that into the background color, right? So then if we go to run this, We get our local host, colon, 8080, like we normally do. We hit Command, we come here, and since there was no value to begin with, the background color is white. Now we go and we do red, and the background color is red. If we come up here, what we're going to see is localhost, colon, 8080, question mark, color equals red. That's why it's red. If we do green, background color is now green. If we come up here, localhost, colon, 8080, / question color equals green, and that's the value that went in. So I could literally come up here, right? So I can come up here and simply type the word red in, and I hit enter, and red comes. So these are hyperlinks in order to send you to this URL, but you can also just go up here and literally modify this. And that's one of the reasons why you don't want to send secure data. You don't want this to have anything to do with the security of your site, because again, simply putting that in will give you the new color. Again, finally, just to show you, we click on yellow, and there we've got yellow. So that's the basic idea with being able to process get values. So this allows you to process those values that are up in the URL. So this is different than dynamic routes. So I taught you dynamic routes way in the beginning. Get values are not dynamic routes. It's a standardized way of being able to send communication between web browsers, that type of thing. And basically with that, you have the URL and you have the question mark, and then everything past that question mark is variable names and values. And basically with the Bottle web app framework, you're able to grab those values and then parse it as you see fit. In this particular example, we were just changing the background color, but you could do something more complicated. Also in this example, again, we stacked both the @route and @get because you can do that, just so I can show it to you on this page. But the @get could be an entirely different script in order to process things differently. This is just one example of how you can do it. So that's how you process get values using Bottle.